I love this guy and he's married. Cecilia, I just love your man. Would you accept me to be your second wife?
It really hit me hard when Takid said that he wants to introduce a second partner.
It's not that I lacked something from Cecilia that I was looking from Mariam, but it's the truth. All men are polygamous by nature.
The choice of staying polygamous or monogamous is essentially an outcome of many factors.
Now, you may have heard about this South African series that has recently blown up online, The Polygamist, Jonas and all the drama. It's been trending on Netflix across Africa and has sparked many conversations around relationships. So today we want to delve into what a polygamous marriage in modern society actually looks like. What it's like to share one husband with two or more wives. And why do some people choose this setup? Now, to find out what the experience is like, I'm joined by Takid and his two wives, Mariam and Cecilia. Hey, welcome, people.
Thank you.
It's great to have you all here with me. Thank you so much for taking out time to join us.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks a lot for the
Thanks a
invitation.
lot.
Right. So Takid is a personal trainer and an Extreme Combat Sports Federation president. Cecilia is a martial arts and fitness trainer and Takid's first wife, while Mariam is also a fitness enthusiast and Takid's second wife. They are all from Kenya and they currently live together with their 8 children just outside of Nairobi. They also have a grandchild who is about 6 years old. I'll start with you, Cecilia and Takid. Where did you two first meet and how did you kickstart? Cecilia.
Okay, so we used to live in Dandora. Takid we lived in the same apartment. Takid used to live in the ground floor and I stayed in the 3rd floor with my parents. So Takid was a martial art coach. He came to my house, knocked, and then he asked me for pegs to hang his dojo clothes.
Okay.
So I gave him the pegs and then I asked him, wow, you're a coach. I like this sport too much. I used to love martial arts so much. Generally, I love sports. So I told him, are you the coach? Yeah, I'm the coach. So can I join your club? He told me, yes, you can join. So that's how I met a kid. From there, I went to the club, I became her student, and then love just blossomed.
Really? Okay. That's very interesting. You guys, it was like puppy love, right? From neighborhood love, and then it grew and it became a marriage. It became man and wife.
Yeah.
So I'm now wondering at what point you decided to bring in a third party.
From our training, the way we used to train with Cecilia, then Mariam also heard of taekwondo in the area. In fact, Takid means taekwondo kid. That's my nickname. So I started taekwondo while I was the age of 12. Then Mariam also came to join. When Mariam joined, I don't mean that everyone who joins can become a wife. No, it's only that Mariam joined. But I think we had something unique that was between us. Then after we started being in love with Mariam, that's when I had to face it direct to Cecilia. Then I had to go and introduce Mariam to Cecilia. And now we are married for 26 years with Cecilia and 23 years with Mariam. Yeah.
Cecilia, before I bring you in, Mariam. Cecilia, talk me through that moment when he introduced Mariam to you. What was that moment like?
Yeah, it really hit me hard when Takid said that he wants to introduce a second partner. No, so
because then it wasn't wife.
Then it wasn't wife. Yeah. So it hit me hard, but after that, then Takid used to talk me into it, and then I slowly calmed down, and then I had to understand. But it was a process. It was a process. I had to take it in, but I had so many questions to ask myself, so many questions to ask the kid. But as my husband and the love I had for him, I just accepted and told him. You see, at that time, we had relocated from Dandora. Now we were staying in our previous location. He is the breadwinner martial art. So he had to go back to Dandora always and then come back. So instead of going back to Dandora, going with Mariam and then coming back to me, I told him, just bring Mariam, let it be official, and then we'll stay together. That's how it went.
When you say it took a process, how long was that process from when he told you to when you accepted?
Wow. Is it like a year or 6 months? Something like that. Yeah, because it's not easy. That's what I can say. It's not easy, but if you accept it and your partner is encouraging and understands you, it's not like you want to bring the other partner violently and disrespect me. He said the partner that I'm bringing will respect you and your kids. By then I had 3 kids when Mariam came in. So I took it like a strong lady, and that's what I am until now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, hold that thought, Cecilia. Mariam, I want to bring you in at this point.
Yeah.
They were in a relationship that led to a marriage. Talk me through the moment he said to you, I am married and I want to introduce you to my wife. How did that make you feel?
I love this guy and he's married, but my heart keep on telling me that I'm in the safest place. So I don't know what happened, but as people say, you can conquer everything through love. That's when I said that, okay, I will. In our society, there are second wives, yeah? So Muslims are being told that if you want to marry, you can marry more than 4 wives. No, 4 wives.
Right.
Sorry, 4 wives. So it was easy for me to have Takid as my husband. When I met Cecilia, I was like, Cecilia, I just love your man. Would you accept me to be your second wife? Because I don't find myself loving another man. So I was like, I'm afraid because I haven't met Cici. But at the same point, my heart is telling me that you should be there in that same marriage, in that same house, in that same man, with that same man. So I was like, I know they are married, but let me go and try my luck.
Okay. Yeah. Takid, were you lacking something in your monogamous marriage to Cecilia that you thought? I hear you when you say you fell in love with her from the martial arts activity. You were her trainer at some point. But was there something that you were looking for that you did not find in or with Cecilia that you found with or in Mariam?
There was nothing that was missing. It's only that men we were created to see. You see? Like now I can't be having 2. But still, if I could bump into another person who is also smart in a different way, because there's a difference between beauty and, I think you understand, beauty lies on the eyes of the beholder. You understand that very well. So maybe there's something I liked in Mariam, and there's another different thing that I liked in Cecilia. But it's not that I lacked something from Cecilia that I was looking from Mariam. No, there's nothing like that.
All right, hold on. It's worth noting that not everyone supports the practice of polygamous marriages. Now, I've been speaking to Hala Al-Karib, Regional Director of the Strategic Initiative for Women in the Horn of Africa.
It's a choice that's made out of being so desperate to the point that you walk into such setup. So it's a structure that's, of exploitations. Of course, it affects women's mental health because you can imagine that a woman, has to live for throughout majority of her life, in a situation where she's presumably married, but in reality she's a single. And also the same situation with children and and the tension and the stress and the insecurity they go through. So polygamy produces quite traumatized generations of children, but also, women who really struggle with loneliness, with mental health challenges, with insecurity, and mostly with poverty.
Hala there from SIHA talking about mental health and the impact polygamous relationships have on women. Sissy, you're nodding quite a lot, but I want to hear your thoughts on
Hala.
what Hala said.
Yeah, I understand Hala because that's the picture that was painted from the past about polygamous marriage. But you see here, we are talking about Takid's master polygamous marriage. First, the husband has to be understanding. If you just sit down, you and your husband, me as the first wife, all the first wives out there, and their husband, they just sit down, understand each other. I know you're angry because this man really, he showed you something like, did I miss anything? Did I lack anything? Did I not give you everything? Mm-hmm. So those are the questions that make someone like Hala to say that this setup is not a good setup. And something she said about the kids. The kids is how you bring them up. So if I brought them up to hate Mariam, if Mariam brought up their kids telling them that I'm not the mother, because the Mariam kids knows I'm the mother, my kids knows Mariam is the mother. So it's how you bring them up. That is the difference. So how the man talks to the wife and how the wife talks to the man until they come to that decision of bringing the second wife, that is the most important part in a polygamous marriage.
Okay.
The understanding.
Right.
I know most men might say that, Takid, you're not telling the truth, but it's the truth. All men are polygamous by nature.
You believe that philosophy?
I believe that because we are men. We were born or created to see.
Cecilia and Mariam, your husband says men are naturally polygamous. Do you agree?
Yeah.
Yes.
Men are all naturally polygamous by nature because I understand that women, they have something inside them that makes them respect any partner that they have. But I think it's hard for men to control themselves when they see the other side, the opposite sex, I mean. Yeah. But I think with women, I think we were born with that natural thing. We just love our man and we are satisfied with our man. But the men are the ones who are not satisfied with us women.
Okay. Mariam, I want to hear your thoughts.
Okay, as ladies, we are roses, beautiful roses.
Yeah.
So today, Takid will enter this garden and see, I've seen a rose that's color green. I love this one. Tomorrow he'll enter another garden. So as for us women, we are here to be loved, yeah? But we are not here to love many men. We are here to love only one person, only one man. So for Takid, it's nature. We accept it because he's a man. Today we'll see this rose. It has a unique smell. Tomorrow we'll see another one. And that's how they pick every lady they see.
Okay, Cecilia, go on before I jump in.
You see, it's not that we accept. You see what I said? That is their own way of seeing. But our own way of seeing is that we love and dedicate ourselves to that man. Love that man, dedicate yourself to that man. Give him your all. Yeah. You see, Takid has my all. He has Mariam's all.
But you don't have his all.
Yeah, we don't have his all. So Takid is the one who's supposed to say.
But what?
Yeah, bring it on.
I'm trying to understand how that is fair. You give your 100%.
Yeah.
You give your 100%.
Yeah.
He gives you 50.
I give
50.
200.
He gives you 50.
I give 100, 200.
You give,
you cannot have more than
100%.
It's 100.
it's 100. It's 100.
Split your 100 into two.
Yeah.
And give 50-50. Where is fairness in that?
The 50 that he gives, it surpasses the one that gives you 100. All that, in my own opinion, I will say that because Takid never heartbreak me. Takid takes care of our kids. Takid give it all. You see, if he can manage 2 wives, yeah, and give you everything that you want. He takes the kids to school. He pays for school fees. He balances everything. He balances Sisi and I. So what else do I want?
When we ask for fairness, it's like we want to judge Takid on what he did. Takid is the one who has all the answers on why he brought the first wife and then added the second wife and still wants to add more.
I'm sorry? Seki, do you want to add more wives?
If I could get anyone from Nigeria now or any other country, I'll add.
Okay. And Let me now bring in a sociologist here who is going to tell us a bit more about polygamous and monogamous marriages in Africa.
Human beings are not biologically wired for specific types of unions. Throughout history, we've always craved the assurance of the security of a union, companionship, and what it entails. Not necessarily that we are wired, or men are wired necessarily to want to have multiple partners. We learn, we are made for adoption. And so the choice of staying polygamous or monogamous is essentially an outcome of many factors. It's not like Europeans never had polygamy. Were they colonized by somebody to change their polygamous nature? No, that's why I was saying earlier that it's an outcome of many conditions, particularly conditions that dictate how we survive as a species and as communities.
Now, Takid, they were living separately.
Yeah.
Why did you decide to put everyone under one roof?
Okay, another thing is that they were living separately, but the locality was like, let me say, just 100 meters. Because I don't always like keeping them away from where I am. Because mostly me, whenever I'm not at work, I'm always at home with both. But I was feeling like every time I want to see Mariam or I want to see Celia, I have to move from this house to the other. So I decided and told them, you know what, guys, we'll have to be together in the same house so that whenever I want to talk to you, I want to see our kids, it's just easy for us. Because our family is a family that even the kids, we're always together every time for sure.
Weren't you concerned it would breed some form of jealousy or some form of antagonism
No,
or something?
I'd already prepared them mentally. There's just the same way Celia said that before I even brought Mariam in, I used to at least talk to her about all these things so that I prepare her mentally.
Cecilia,
Yes.
were you concerned that there would be competition or some form of jealousy having, first of all, you accepted after it took you a while,
Yeah.
and then Takid says to you, I'm going to move two of you into the same building.
Yeah, I was concerned about the jealous thing and the competition on who, and there's that thing behind your head. You ask yourself, does he love me more than the other, or does the other one he loves the other one more than me? But when you stay together and you see how he behaves towards us, then you come to realize that this man loves both of us, 50-50.
Mariam, you're nodding. You seem to agree.
I agree.
You agree?
Yeah.
Okay. I want to ask, Cecilia, if you were the breadwinner of the household, would you have accepted Mariam as a second wife?
I don't think so.
You don't think you would have accepted?
Yeah.
Why?
With the lady being the breadwinner, there's this status that you put yourself, and then like this man just wants to go out there, use my money, come with a chick from outside, and then tell me that he has married a second wife. That's a no.
Okay, before we listen to another clip, I just want to bring in Mariam. You share your daily lives on social media. You share how you're navigating your marriage and your family. Do you get backlash from maybe your followers or even your friends and family?
Friends and family, no, but the followers, yes. And that's
What are some of the
something-
things they say?
Like I took somebody's husband. Why didn't I get my own husband?
Does it make you feel any type of way when you read these comments?
Actually, at first I felt bad, but the more I kept on into the social media life, I took it easily because we are here to educate others. Yeah, the more they talk, the more I get strong.
Okay. Hold that thought again, Mariam. Let's get back to Hala. She has been sharing her experience of growing up in a polygamous setup and the impact she believes it has on relationships.
we are all, have families who were polygamists. Our grandparents were polygamists. I have seen it. My grandfather from my father's side, he's a polygamist. I have seen the type of relationship that polygamists produce, polygamous marriages produced, and the sacrifice and the pain, that women and the children who were born out of this relation. I've seen how they are, the challenges of connecting to each others, in Eastern Africa, who bear the responsibility of children's, of men who were nowhere to be found. And even if they were there, they are not there because they are completely lost in the distractions of having 1, 2, 3 wives.
Hala there talking about the impact it has on children again and on the women later in life. I want to talk about a very crucial part of every marriage, whether monogamous or polygamous, and that's the financial commitment. Now, some people say it's a lot of work to raise a single unit family, and now you have a double unit family. Takid, since you're the breadwinner, I'm going to bring this to you. How are you able to meet up the financial obligations of Cecile and her children, Mariam and her children, and your own needs as well?
I think it's because while I started I've been an independent guy from the age of 12 by 17 because I was brought up in a humble background, let me say that. And I didn't even get to see my mom. So I had to grow up in the hardship around Dandora area, just the same way they said. So I think I learned a lot on being responsible and because to me, I always love when my wives or my kids come to me asking me for anything that, this is needed, we need to fix this, we need to fix this, then I had to chip in. I always feel like, wow, that's a responsibility for a man. And whenever Celia goes to train people or Mariam, then they get maybe paid. I always feel like their money is their money. And ladies, you always say that. So I'm that man who doesn't need any assistance from the wife. Like, you see, today the school fees is on your part. Then food is on your part.
So and, you don't believe in splitting responsibilities?
I don't believe. I believe in being responsible by myself.
Okay, I want to talk about the benefits of a polygamous setting like you have. Mariam, is there something that you would say you are experiencing here that you may necessarily not have experienced if you were in a monogamous marriage?
I would say peace, love, and harmony. When I say that, I met Cecilia's kids, the 3 boys, and they are loving to me as if I am their own mom. And Cecilia too, she's a good co-wife. She makes me feel like I have this big sister that I've never had. Yeah. And for Takid, he's the best husband that I would ever wanted to have. That's what I would say.
Cecilia, are there boundaries in this relationship? Because first off, it was 2 of you, and now there are 3 of you. So would you say it's free-flowing in and out?
Yeah, it's free-flowing. There are no boundaries, and there is no timetable. There is nothing like who's cooking, who he's sleeping with. He sleeps wherever he likes. But we cook. When I am in the mood to cook, I cook. When I'm not in the mood, when she's in the mood to do laundry, she does. And because for now, you see, the setup is that we are staying in the same house with Mariam.
Mariam has told me what her relationship is like with you, Cecilia.
Yeah.
What is your relationship like with Mariam?
Oh, hey. I really love and respect Mariam so much. It was not easy accepting Mariam, but what I can say to the society is when you get to know the co-wife that your husband brought to you, you get to know each other, you get to be friends, you get to be sisters, you get to love each other, then the marriage is just a smooth way.
My happiest moment or thing in this family is always to see my wives and my kids together happy and taking the responsibilities. That's my happiest part of marriage.
Wow, wow. Thank you for sharing your knowledge and experience.
Yeah, that's why we are here.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Takid. Thank you so much, Cecilia. Thank you so much, Mariam, for coming on Focus on Africa, the conversation, to share your very unique marriage and the intricacies of the marriage. And that's it for Focus on Africa, the conversation today. What do you think about polygamy? Would it be something that you would consider? Please share your thoughts in the comment section below. And don't forget to subscribe to the BBC Africa YouTube channel to be a member of the family, and also click on that notification button so you do not miss any content whatsoever. I am Nkechi Obonna, and I will see you next time.